Hello, you're watching News Mongolia on MNB World, and I'm your host, Jarashma Tushinjargal. On the News Mongolia today, Japan's Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako to visit Mongolia in July. Erdene Monastery selected for the World Monuments Watch Program 2025. Mongolian climate tech company becomes the second Mongolian startup selected for the Google Startups for Sustainable Development Program. For the news, stay tuned. Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako are scheduled to make an official week-long visit to Mongolia in early July, government sources revealed on Thursday. This marks the imperial couple's third overseas goodwill trip since Emperor Naruhito ascended to the chrysanthemum throne in May 2019, following the abdication of his father, Emperor Emeritus Akihito.
Their previous visits included Indonesia in 2023 and Britain last year, underscoring Japan's commitment to fostering diplomatic ties. As the symbolic head of state, Japan's emperor holds no political power but plays a crucial role in diplomacy and cultural exchanges. The imperial family's visits abroad are aimed at strengthening international relations and promoting goodwill. Emperor Naruhito last visited Mongolia in 2007 as a crown prince, commemorating the 35th anniversary of diplomatic relations between the two nations. During that visit, he attended Mongolia's renowned Nadam Festival and honored Japanese nationals who perished in internment after World War II by laying flowers at a monument near Ulaanbaatar. The upcoming visit is expected to further enhance diplomatic ties between Japan and Mongolia, reinforcing the historical and cultural bonds shared by the two nations.
The Erdene Monastery has been selected as one of 25 heritage sites for the 2025 World Monuments Watch Program. Nominated by the Mongolian Arts Council, the monastery was chosen from over 200 sites worldwide due to the challenges posed by climate change and the need for trained conservation specialists. The World Monuments Fund, a global organization dedicated to cultural heritage preservation, announced the 2025 watch list after evaluating over 200 sites worldwide. Since its establishment in 1965, the World Monuments Fund has worked in 112 countries on over 700 projects, using innovative conservation strategies to protect significant landmarks. Through its watch program, the organization mobilizes funding, technical expertise, and global awareness to safeguard endangered sites.
So, as an Arts Council of Mongolia, we have been working with the World Monument Fund since 2019. So, World Monument Fund is the NGO based in New York, and the aim of the World Monument Fund is to work on preservation projects that need survival and protection. So World Monuments Fund operates nearly at 126 countries worldwide, and Mongolia has been partnering with World Monument Fund since actively since 2019, when we had worked with one of the researchers of the fund who came to Mongolia to make research on Mongolian historical buildings with the fund of Erdene project ACM initiated with MCS in the past.
Founded in 1586, Erdene is Mongolia's first Buddhist monastery and a key link to the country's spiritual and cultural history. Built using stones from the ruins of Harharam, the former capital of the Mongol Empire, the monastery once housed over 1,000 monks and 60 temples. However, it suffered extensive destruction during the 1930s political purges, leaving only a fraction of its original structures intact. Despite restoration efforts, extreme weather, erosion, and a lack of trained conservationists continue to threaten its survival.
So, World Monument Fund announces its watch program every 2 years. So, this is a competition among sites who need to be preserved and facing major challenges such as climate change, tourism, conflict, and natural disaster. So, as you know, our Erdene Monastery, located in the wild landscape of Mongolia and the harsh weather of Mongolia, is not protecting it since its establishment. So based on that criteria that climate change and desertation is making major works to buildings and temples of the Erdene Monastery to diminish. World Monument Fund and ACM started to investigate and make a proposal how to nominate Erdene to World Watch Program for 2025. And Erdene Monastery has been promoted by Arts Council of Mongolia last year for this watch program, and this year on January 15th the final announcement made by World Monument Fund, and Erdene has been selected as a 25 most endangered places to be protected by watch program.
By including Erdene Monastery in the 2025 World Monuments Watch, the World Monuments Fund aims to support conservation planning, provide funding, and train Mongolian heritage professionals. Over the next 2 years, the organization will collaborate with local experts, authorities, and organizations to develop sustainable strategies for the site preservation, community involvement, and long-term management.
So the benefit is enormous. First of all, Mongolian cultural heritage site will be in the observation of the world monuments. And then we could attract international funds and donors to help to work together with Mongolian government to promote the cultural heritage site. So it opens the doors for the more efficient, collaboration in terms of to prepare human resources to face climate changes. So expertise on that field could really focus on protecting historical buildings, and also it will make possibilities to international experts to come to Mongolia and make training programs for those experts who are interested in working on protection of historical sites from climate change disasters.
The selection of Erdene for the 2025 watch list is expected to attract both international and domestic attention, securing critical resources and expertise to protect this historic symbol of Mongolia's Buddhist heritage for the future generations. Thank you for staying with us. Now let's take a look at Mongolian current affairs.
The ambassador of the Embassy of Mongolia in Geneva, Girilma, convened a meeting with Thierry Carrel, a Swiss cardiac surgeon. At the meeting, Thierry Karl, who has been working in Mongolia on a humanitarian basis in the implementation of the Heart Remembers joint project by the Swiss Development Agency and the Bondang Mongolian NGO, shared his experience and views on further cooperation and potential medical assistance to Mongolia. The ambassador emphasized the importance of the Heart Remembers project implemented by the Mongolian Bondang NGO with funding and support of the Swiss Development Agency, which aims on the timely medical assistance to children with congenital heart disease and those living in remote areas who are in special need of medical care. Currently, Mongolia and Switzerland have a number of cooperation agreements, namely Memorandum of Understanding between the National Center for Maternal and Child Health of Mongolia and the University Hospital of Zurich of Switzerland. Climate tech company Trillinks has become the second Mongolian startup selected for the Google Startups for Sustainable Development program and has been granted $2,500. The program offers limitless access to Google's over 500 mentorship and masterclasses. Also, many opportunities, such as Google Workplace Business Plus, will be accessible to the company. To fight against global warming, especially to solve Mongolian desertification, the company offers tree planting services through its tree registration system. According to company's website, Mongolia had 17.5 million hectares of forested area, including 12.7 million hectares of closed forests, as of 1994. However, in just 20 years, more than 1.2 million hectares have disappeared. The main reasons for this are livestock grazing, increased demand for fuel and industrial wood, as well as forest fires. Despite the afforestation programs, the total area replanted over the past 30 years is insignificant compared to the loss. Even considering only the harvested area during this period, the afforestation rate is very low, less than 15%. Most of the deforested land remains barren and cannot be regenerated without significant human intervention. Environmental experts call for urgent measures to prevent further loss of forested areas in Mongolia. They recommend solutions such as implementing a reward mechanism on labor and a seed garden with genetically verified trees.
Here is the currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. Next, our program will turn our attention to foreign news, partnered with international news agencies. Thailand's ambassador to Israel said she was holding her breath, along with the entire country of Israel, for the release of 5 Thai agricultural workers who were kidnapped on October 7th.
Together with our hostages from Israel, this is the most important thing. We have nothing to do with this conflict, but the Thai people just happen to be there. They work tirelessly in the farm, in the kibbutz.
She added that despite the war, Thai agricultural workers continued to come to Israel. Prior to the attack, less than 30,000 Thai workers were in Israel, mostly in the agricultural sector, and that number has grown to 38,000 currently.
Most of the Thai workers love to work here. You know that before the war, we have only 25,000 Thai workers, and now we have 38,000.
Wow.
It's even more than before.
Chandra Ramya said the Thai government had notified the families of all 6 surviving Thai hostages because they are not sure which 5 will be released.
Our government worked tirelessly and talked to many governments that we think that they could help us with the releasing of the hostages.
The bodies of another 2 Thai hostages who were killed on October 7, 2023 are also being held in Gaza. The Shamir Medical Center outside of Tel Aviv has a number of Thai-speaking social workers and psychologists to assist the hostages being released.
Alright, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you next week with more news and updates. Have a nice weekend. Goodbye.